Amazon is at a critical point in a market. Let's look at the chart and see what's going on. We're also going to look at the S&P, NASDAQ. We haven't looked at the Russell in a while. We're going to pull that one up. And, of course, my girl, Nvda. This is Mike, the tactical stock scalper. All right. I'm going to start here with Amazon because AMZ is my favorite yield max fund. So Amazon is at a critical point. You know, we formed an all-time high up there, 189.94. And we have a double top here recently. And we got rejected from this level earlier, as you can see right here. And I made a video talking about we're going to come back down into this buy zone between 170 and 180. We indeed did. That would have been a great time to purchase AMZ or Amazon stock for another run up to all-time highs. But I'll show you something fascinating. We're going to pull out here to a weekly time frame. I mean, this is like we had a double top over there, and you can see what happened with the second double top on a weekly time frame here. Right, massive rejection. Also, the markets went down lockstep with it at that point. So obviously that helped drag it down. But we had the double top up there with a very harsh rejection, dropped all the way back down there to almost $80. Now we're up here again, and we're testing this double top. So, you know, there's going to be a ton of shorts piling in here. So what will happen? Hope you enjoy the sound of the wind chimes as I'm outside on a beautiful day here in Kansas City. So, you know, it's either going to break above this level here, 190, and really squeeze some shorts, or it's going to come back down to one of these moving averages and find support there. Now, Amazon, as you can see, I drew all these lines from previous videos, does an excellent job of respecting EMAs. As you can see here, every time it hits an EMA and touches and holds it with the 4 EMA strategy, it rockets right back up. Zoom in here. We came down to this 100 period moving average, and just look at the jump from there. So Amazon is at a critical point here. If it breaks through this 190, it's going to squeeze probably all the way to 200 at least. If it continues to get rejected from here, we're going to look for it to come back down to the 20-period moving average initially, or the $180 price tag. I'll be looking to buy some more AMZ around that level. You know, it's really a 50-50 shot here, guys. Is it going to break above it, or is it going to fall back down? So, me, I got cash on the side, just waiting for this thing to come back down so I can purchase some more AMZY. Let's go look at SPY. Now on SPY, let's go to, on a daily time frame. I want to show you the swing trade I took, and I talked about it in my Discord. I don't put my Discord out often just because there's so many freaking trolls and people I don't want to deal with in this space, but I'll go ahead and leave a link in the description for this video. I went in right here on a daily time frame. We had a touch and hold there on a 50-period moving average that you can see there in green. So I waited, and it broke through that level, and I put my stop loss under the 100-period moving average that you see here in red. I just want to talk to you about my little swing trade I took, and then we'll go ahead and look at the market here. So it broke through the 50-period moving average. I put my stop loss under the 100-period moving average. Why did I do that? Because as you see there, we had a magnificent touch and hold there on the daily time frame. Also on a weekly time frame, look at this perfect touch and hold there. And so, you know, when you have that, you have a 70% chance of the market going back up. 30% chance of failing, 70% chance of a rising. Now, why do I say there's a 70% chance? Because that's my win rate with this strategy. You know, it's a specialized strategy. You have to wait for a trending market, and you have to wait for a touch and hold on a particular EMA. When that happens, the win rate is like a 70 and 30. So I felt good about it, went in, and I took profits, and I talked about it on my Discord server Friday. So I took profits on this candle here. Was it Friday? Was it Monday? I can't remember. Took profit somewhere around in there. No, maybe it was this. Maybe it was this candle. I'd have to go back and look at the trade. Yeah, it was at the top of that candle there. And then I didn't want to hold it over the weekend, the swing trade on the SPY shares that I bought. So I didn't make much, like $150. I went in with 45 shares and made about $145 and just canceled it. I wasn't sure what was going to happen come Monday or Tuesday news over the weekend or whatever. So I just took my little $150 and called it a day. Now, as you see, had I would have held it, I would have made much more. Probably would have been $250 or $300 on this particular swing trade. But whatever. I took the profit and let it go. So now let's look at the markets. You know, we talked about, we're going to go out to a weekly time frame again. You know, we talked about this moving average touch and hold that we're, going to rocket up from this level. How high we were going to go, we didn't know. It's definitely possible that we could go ahead and challenge this all-time high and maybe form a double top up here. Or again, it could break down from the 520 level. One more time, go back to a daily time frame. This 520 level is an issue. It has been support and resistance. Currently acting as resistance today as we try to get up to the 520. Got sold off. Will it come back down to the moving averages? We'll have to see. Again, I think the risk reward for me would be greater here for a fall than it would be for a rise. So if you're looking to make a play on this, for me personally, the level I would watch would be 520. If you break above it, you could probably go test those all-time highs of 524 and probably take your profits at that point. Or the risk reward, if you want to short it, put your stop loss above 520 and try to ride it down to one of these moving averages. I still think the risk reward is probably greater for a short if that's what you're looking to do with SPY. But we'll have to see what happens with this 520 level. Let's go look at the Qs. Qs again broke out from this touch and hold right here from the 100 period moving average. Qs sometimes respect moving averages, sometimes they don't. It's more volatile than S&P, so you have to watch that. But from that touch and hold, it has just rocketed up from here back in to this area of consolidation that we talked about for a month. It is back in. Not the straightest line you ever seen, but hopefully you get the picture. Here we are. Back in to this area of consolidation. So from here, it's looking like it wants to challenge those highs up here, stay within this zone, and see if it breaks down and comes back down again. We'll just have to see, but it is in this area of consolidation. It could come back down to the lower part of the channel. Who knows? Just let price action dictate what happens. I'm not touching anything with the Qs currently as far as any kind of swing trade or anything like that until it breaks out of this area of consolidation, whether it breaks down or breaks out. We'll have to see. Let's go look at IWM and a Russell today. What do we have here? This girl just is so consistent. This IWM trades in these channels. As we see, came down here. We talked about it at the time that when we got back here, we're more than likely going to go back up to the top of the channel, up around 210, sell off from there, and come back down again. Until it breaks out. Go out to a weekly time frame. Oops, that's the hour time frame. Hold on. Right. This is the channel that it formed way back then. This is the channel we're currently in now. it's just going to middle around this channel until it decides what it wants to do with its life. So I'm just playing the channel. When it gets up to 210, I expect a sell-off. I only buy IWMY when it goes to 200, 195, and 190. Just me personally, not financial advice, just what I do. And try to buy at the lower end of the channel, ride it back up, wait till it comes back down, buy some more, accumulating shares at a cheap price on IWMY, waiting for it to break out to go to this upper channel, which I think is inevitable. I think that's the next move. I really do. I think it's going to break out of this middle channel and go back up to this top channel and stay there for a year. And what a trading channel that will be. When it gets up there, I'll be definitely doing some swing trades on IWM. I just don't want to do it here in this middle channel. I like to do swing trades at the lower channel or the upper channel. Let's go look in a video. Daily time frame here. Man, I got a lot of lines. I've talked about NVIDIA for a long time. Let's go ahead and clear these out. Start fresh, people. A little longer video today on a technical analysis. I hope you don't mind that. Okay, we're going to go ahead and mark this level first. It's double top. Okay, not the straightest line, but you get the idea. We talked about this zone here. One more line for you. Okay, we talked about if it crept back up in this zone from this fall down here. I was looking for it to go back up and challenge that double top, maybe form a triple top with a sell-off from there, or rise, or just totally break through and go even higher. We'll have to see, but once it got back into this trading zone, I think it's inevitable that it goes back up to this top area and forms a triple top, and from there we'll see the risk reward. Here you could go in here around this $900 level if you're looking to swing this, I would think, and try to get up there to that 950, or you could short it from here, put the stop loss above the 950-ish level and try to ride it back down to the bottom of the channel. It's right in the middle. I don't think you want to play either one of them. Right, I think you'd rather get closer to the bottom of the channel and go long, or wait till it gets to the top of the channel and go short. You don't want to play these in the middle of the zone because it could go in either direction. Always let price action do the talking. Don't guess when you're trying to make these plays. Look for the best risk-reward scenarios. For me right now, I wouldn't touch NVIDIA if you're trying to swing trade it or whatever. Even long trading it, I would wait for a dip here on NVIDIA. Hope you enjoyed the content. This is Mike, the Tactical Stock Scalper, out.